This is the story of a man who had nothing, no money, no prospects, and no hope until he uncovered one powerful secret. He began waking up at 5 a.m. every single day. In just 90 days, his entire life transformed completely. What he accomplished during those early morning hours will amaze you, and it could be exactly what you've been looking for. Before we dive in, tell me, what time are you watching this right now? Where are you joining from? Drop a comment below and share. And if you enjoy these stories, please hit like and subscribe for more. In a modest industrial town where factories ran around the clock, lived a 32-year-old man named Thomas. He worked as a night security guard at a large warehouse. Every evening at 8 p.m., he started his shift, and every morning at 6 a.m., drained and weary, he returned home to rest. His paycheck was modest, barely covering basic needs. He stayed in a cramped single-room apartment with a broken fan, sleeping on a thin mattress on the floor. There was just one flickering light bulb, and his clothes were worn out, his shoes full of holes. But Thomas's deepest struggle wasn't just poverty, it was the suffocating feeling of being trapped. Every morning, as he walked home through the quiet streets, he glimpsed other people's lives through their windows. Families sharing breakfast, children preparing for school, professionals heading to office jobs in neat attire. He would wonder, is this my fate forever? Am I destined to watch everyone else chase their dreams while I head to bed? He had tried to break free. He applied for better positions, but with only a high school education, opportunities were limited. He wanted to gain new abilities, but the exhaustion from night shifts left him with no energy for anything except sleep. His mother, living in the countryside, called him weakly. "Thomas, my son, when will things improve for you? I'm getting older and want to see you thrive before I go." He would reassure her with forced optimism. "Soon, Mom. I'm working on it." Deep down, he knew he wasn't. The painful truth was that Thomas wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night, patrolling on foot for miles and staying vigilant. Yet hard work in the wrong direction wasn't moving him forward. He felt like he was living life in reverse, awake while the world slept, asleep while it advanced. One cold Tuesday morning in November, as Thomas was ending his shift, his phone rang. It was his sister. "Thomas, come home immediately. Mom has collapsed. She's in the hospital." His heart sank. He rushed to the village on the first bus, the 3-hour trip feeling endless. At the small clinic, his mother lay weak but conscious. The doctor explained it was exhaustion and stress. She needed rest, nutrition, and medicine they couldn't easily afford. She held his hand and whispered, "Thomas, I don't have much time. Please don't waste your life the way I did. Find a better path. Promise me." Thomas stayed by her side long after she slept, staring at her weathered hands that had labored in fields for years, just as his had in the nights. A fire ignited within him, not just sadness, but fierce determination. Stepping outside into the pre-dawn darkness, around 5 a.m., the village was still quiet, but farmers were heading to fields, and birds were starting to sing. The cool, fresh air filled him with clarity. In that moment, Thomas whispered, "No more. I refuse to live like this. I'll find a way, no matter what it takes." On the bus ride back, he noticed a well-dressed man in his 50s reading a book peacefully. It was Mr. Chun, a successful local businessman. Surprised to see him on a regular bus at dawn, Thomas gathered courage and asked why he was up so early. Mr. Chun smiled warmly. "I wake up at 4:30 every morning to read, reflect, and plan my day before the world stirs. I sleep by 9 p.m., 7.5 solid hours." Noticing Thomas's fatigue, he added, "You work nights? That explains why you're stuck awake when others rest, resting when others build." He leaned in. "Let me share the secret that transformed my life 30 years ago. The hours from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. are pure magic. That's when you can create the future while everyone else dreams. Hope sparked in Thomas. Mr. Chun suggested adjusting his schedule. Sleep from 6:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Then use daylight hours productively and aim for consistent 5 a.m. wake-ups. He handed Thomas his contact. "Call me if you're truly committed. I'll guide you, but only if you have the discipline." That evening, Thomas called him. The next day, he met Mr. Chun at a cafe, already awake in daylight. Impressed, Mr. Chun explained the system using a simple house drawing. Your life is like a crumbling house because you've neglected the foundation. Those 2 morning hours are your building time. 14 hours a week, 60 a month, over 730 a year. That's like gaining 3 extra full months annually. He outlined the routine. First hour, 5-6 a.m. Build skills. Learn something valuable. Free courses on YouTube or online platforms. Focus on abilities that boost your income. Second hour, 6-7 a.m. Strengthen body and mind. Exercise for 30 minutes, then read, reflect, or plan your day. 3 unbreakable rules followed. Wake at 5 a.m. daily. No exceptions, even weekends. Sleep by 9 p.m. consistently. Expect the first week to be brutal, but it gets easier after 21 days and becomes identity after 90. Thomas committed fully. The first week was brutal. His body resisted, his mind made excuses, but he pushed through, remembering his mother and his promise. He studied Excel and accounting basics in the mornings, walked to build fitness, and rested properly. Around day 20, his body adjusted. He started waking naturally, absorbed the lessons faster, and earned his first certificate. By the end of 2 months, he had finished multiple courses, felt healthier and sharper, and even created an inventory spreadsheet for work. His supervisor noticed the improvement. In the 3rd month, word spread to management. On day 87, Thomas was offered a daytime accountant role in the expanding department, double his salary. He called Mr. Chun with the news. "You did the work," Mr. Chun replied proudly. "Keep those mornings sacred. This isn't temporary, it's your new way of life." 1 year later, Thomas was the lead accountant. He moved his mother to the city for better care, upgraded to a comfortable apartment, and continued his 5 a.m. routine, not out of necessity, but passion. He learned advanced tools, read widely, and planned bigger goals. When colleagues asked why he still rose so early, he said, "Success isn't a final stop. It's a daily habit, and mine starts at 5 a.m. My friend, Thomas's journey proves your life can change starting today, not someday. The gap between your current reality and your dreams isn't about talent or luck. It's about how you use those quiet morning hours when the world is still. Successful leaders, entrepreneurs, and high achievers understand this. They guard their mornings because a strong start creates a winning day. Here's your challenge. Tonight, set your alarm for exactly 5 a.m. and place your phone across the room. Choose one skill or goal to focus on in that first hour for the next 90 days. Commit to sleeping by 9 p.m., cut distractions, and protect your rest. If you follow through for 90 days, using those 2 hours with intention, you will become stronger, sharper, and unstoppable. You already have more resources than Thomas did. Internet, knowledge, and this message. The only question left is, will you rise tomorrow or hit snooze and stay the same? If you're ready to join the 5 a.m. club, like this video as your pledge. Comment below. What will you build in your first hour tomorrow? Let's support each other. Share this with someone who needs motivation, and subscribe for more real transformation stories every week. Remember, success is a daily practice. Yours begins tomorrow at 5 a.m. Will you answer the call? Your future is waiting.